We are live with the Promenade, Year of Raging Winds. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good.
I just realized I don't have the light that I usually have in here for my face, but oh well. It's not that big of a deal. I'll get it later. Trevor, just need to give me some of your light.
Yeah,
Shove it through the screen.
more light, more.
um, yeah, but we're back, and Trevor's making noise, and it's okay. We're good. Um, it looks like neither Jared nor Connor is at their respective computer. Oh,
I
there's Jared. Okay. Yeah, but we're gonna go ahead and get started here. Connor, since Connor's character got marooned on a desert island last time, he has since made a new one. And I have a little bit of a situation planned for what's going to happen today, so it should be interesting to see how that plays out. So let's just go ahead and get started by doing fate or beliefs and instincts and read those off to see what you guys could get fate for. So Jared, would you like to start us off here?
Yeah. Ugh. Okay. One second. Okay. If I don't handle it personally, it won't get done. Therefore, I will stop everyone else from ruining this venture. Even though my wife is crazy, I still love her. I will prevent her from getting herself into too much trouble.
Makes sense.
Since everyone is lower than me, it's my responsibility to take care of the lesser. So I will build up my investment. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I'll build up my investment in Cadmel.
Yeah, you changed it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Rulership is my natural and ordained task. Therefore, I'll make sure everything goes to plan. Instincts always solve my problems with money. Always take a leadership position. I'm always superior to those around me. And traits, your lordship, blonde hair, determined, mercantile, market privilege, and noblesse oblige.
Sweet. Yeah. Again, Connor is not at his post, so Josh, take it away. Tell us about our favorite cook named John Toast.
Beliefs. I want to make the best of my new situation, so I'll try to make friends with the crew. I've been unhappy, and I don't want others to feel that way, therefore, I will cheer up others with my wonderful stories. My brother got me this job as a cook, so I'll be the best flamin' cook I can be. Instincts. Always look for the best in the situation. Always have a good story. If there's drinking to be done, I'll be part of it.
Yes, you
And
will.
character traits: drunk, maggot connoisseur, mercantile, light blonde hair, determined, crippled, unlucky, sea legs, and charismatic.
Cool. Cadmail. Who you be?
I be a person.
No, you're not a person. You're a dragon blood. They aren't people.
Oh, true. Yeah.
No, they are. That's what you're fighting for, man. Cadmail's fighting for personhood.
Yes. Yeah. Beliefs. I will make sure the venture succeeds. I will start by bringing us to the Smuggler's Cove. I want to build a positive reputation. We'll start by gaining the respect of my crew. I want to help these royals, but it can't interfere with the mission. I will ensure a safe remaining voyage for the princess. Instincts, always assume that people think the worst of me, always trust the numbers, and never let people know about my literacy.
Cool.
And I'm paranoid and quiet and have sea legs.
Yes, you do. And everybody, because you're dragon blood, thinks you're exotic, honorable, and primitive. None of which are true. Connor, would you go to the top right there with the gear and change your name in there with the parentheses? Yeah. And then go ahead and read off your beliefs and instincts and stuff for us. The ones that you have, at least. So Connor is no longer playing Podino. In the large scheme of things, Podimo was rather unimportant in the world.
It's kind of like the majority of the characters in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, shots fired.
I'm going home.
You want me to beliefs and instincts?
Yeah.
Or did you say something?
Yep, beliefs and instincts and traits and stuff.
We're live. You fixed the problem while I was gone.
What?
We're live. You fixed the problem while I was gone.
Yeah, I did.
So I know that this demon is
Wait.
all I have.
Real quick, who are you?
My name is Winter. My
Okay.
name is Eurus. I know that this demon is all I have, and I'll find a way for me to coexist with it, no matter the cost. I will start by proving myself worthy of control of my life. I want to find someone else to share my life with, someone that truly understands who I am and respects me for who I am.
Apparently, this is gonna be a love quadrangle now. Except that's a
Instincts
swear.
never make
Oh, Jimmy.
Instincts never make Eurus angry. Always blame Eurus, even if I was the one in fault.
Nice.
Always inventing something.
Ugh. He has the same instinct as his father. What are your traits?
I'm
Yeah.
brave. Palsy?
Palsy. Yep, you have palsy.
Palsy. I don't even know what that word means.
Which means you shake involuntarily.
Oh, right. So brave, palsy, lame, charismatic.
Wait. He's not the captain, is he?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say
You would have noticed that, yeah.
a captain who's lame and has palsy.
No, he's not the captain. He's not the captain.
Charismatic, Wolverine, and forked tongue.
Yeah, and Wolverine is a trait. Charismatic is a call-on trait for persuasion. Wolverine is a call-on trait for health, for recovering for wounds and illnesses, and forked tongue is a call-on for falsehood. So,
So, did you want me to make up the beliefs and instincts for the demon?
yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
That's fine. Like, I'll fill it in as we go then, or like you can figure it out. Either way, like we'll figure it out. So what I think we'll probably do then is just go ahead and just assume that you're playing Winter, like right off the bat, kind of a thing, and then kind of ease into Eurus. Real quick, I will give Eurus's, who is the demon that is possessing Winter, the traits that I know he has. He has poisonous ambition, humble before my master, sonorous voice, which is a call-on for seduction, persuasion, and suasion, and forked tongue, which is a call-on for falsehood. So, yeah, so cool. We got some new characters in here, and then let's figure out where we are. So we pick up back where we left off, and I think I guess it was only Adam who had left when we explained what happened with Podino. So I guess we don't really need to explain it again, but I'll let Adam know when he comes back. But yeah, we left Podino on a marooned island. We marooned Podino on an island. The island is not marooned. And sailed away. And so, yeah, I think, if I remember correctly, let me pull up the map here and see what, where you guys needed to like travel, to go to see how long this is taking. Let's see, you guys were here. And let's see, you went 50, so that's 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. Okay, so it's been 3 days. What have you guys been doing in those 3 days?
I have been cooking.
Yeah, so how about you go ahead and Jontos and make us a cooking roll just for like the whole of that 3 days. Or actually, no. Okay, so I'm trying to think of how we want to do this, because technically we could just say nothing's at stake and just say you've been practicing cooking. And I think let's just go ahead and do that, simply because you shoved off some of the blame on Podino. Let's just say that over the next few days, unless you don't want to do this, like I'm totally up for either way. I'm thinking that you just get by with like simple stuff and you don't make anyone angry, and so basically there's not a whole lot at stake, but you get some cooking tests, or not, maybe not cooking tests, but it's constant practice towards cooking tests.
Okay.
Unless you just want to make the rules.
You know very well how I feel about practice.
I know.
I honestly, it would get me nowhere at this point. The best I could do in 4 days would be a single routine, and that's if we bend rules like crazy. And I don't need routine tests. Routine tests would be what I'm going to be getting most of the time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly, I don't know that it's not worth it to me to do any sort of practice. I'd rather do a roll.
Okay.
Set then there are stakes because this is part of the wheel.
Do it. So we'll just make one roll though, because again, like that's 6 meals. We don't want to like roll every single meal. So let's just go ahead and make one cooking roll for like the rest of that 3 days, just to see how well you shoving the blame on Podino and then like trying to get back up on your feet and cook well. See how all that goes. Trevor, I didn't mention this to you, but this is also before we streamed. But something I actually learned about Burning Wheel, and everybody's gonna hate me, and Jared and Josh already do. Technically, whenever you help someone with a roll, you should be marking a test for the ability you helped them with. And I didn't realize that. Yes, I didn't realize that. So that gives a lot more incentive for help for rolls.
Yeah. So. Even if you don't make a roll yourself, then?
Yep.
Okay. Interesting.
Yep. So, because it's just assumed that you are helping with that ability against the same obstacle as they are, but with your ability. So, thanks, Jared. I needed that constructive criticism.
But you don't need to roll. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, you don't need to roll. Yep.
It seems like you should have to make a roll then yourself in order.
No, but the reason that happens then is everyone who helped is involved in the failure if it fails. So you have to be along with a failure. So you are intimately tied to whatever the failure is.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if we've been playing that out as correctly as we should have been, but yeah, that's something to look for going forward. So.
But you can only contribute 1 dice, and nothing that you do will make that more or less. I don't know. Okay. It seems to me that there should be more variability in how much you can help or hinder, depending on how well you did on your part with the helping.
I mean, again, all of this is abstract. Yeah.
If that's how it works.
Yeah, it's abstracted. So.
Well, yeah, of course it's abstracted, but.
Yeah, what I'm saying is like we'll just kind of interpret it based on what it is. Yeah, like what everybody helped with and like how the roll goes. We can just interpret it narratively.
Subconsciously trying to optimize.
Sure.
Don't.
Okay, I get you.
I feel
yeah. Okay, so does anyone want to help John Toast with this cooking roll? Does anyone have anything that they can help John Toast with his cooking roll on?
I don't know that I want help at this point. I mean, I need one challenge test. I need one challenge and one difficult to level this up.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get I'm not going to get my difficult tests if I don't, or if I take help.
That's true. Yep. All right, so you're just gonna put on your big boy pants and cook up some grub.
I'm gonna wing it.
So I mean, let's just make an ob 2.
All right, where's my button here?
Unless, well, let's see. What do you need to advance your cooking?
You
need one or. Okay, so yeah, just make it's at ob 2. Yep.
Oh, it's 1 or.
Yep. Well, anything below 5 exponent, it's either or for difficult and challenging.
Oh.
So you will advance with this roll.
I have been doing this wrong.
I apologize for not being more specific.
I think I've had only I have a very few number of skills that are actually above 5 in the other campaign, and so that's why I was moaning about all the practice it would take, because honestly, I expected most of my things that I was trying to level up to need both a difficult and a challenge. It would have been like 5
Yeah.
years
Oh,
practice before I could actually
No,
level
yeah,
anything up.
yeah.
Wait, I'm confused. What did he think?
Any skill that's below 5, you don't you
Yeah.
you need either a challenging test or a difficult test, and then the amount of routines that you need, not both.
Oh,
So I wasn't
yeah, I
Okay.
did that too. Under 5?
under 5.
Under 5, yeah.
Under 5. Okay. That's good to know.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so go ahead and make the roll, Jantos.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, hey. look at that.
Nice. All right. Jantos cooks good food and everybody likes it.
hurrah!
Yay.
And go ahead and bump that up to a 3. Jantos learned something.
Finally.
Yeah, does anyone else want to do any like specific roles or anything like that, or else you can just count your time as, practice and stuff if you want to practice any skills. I mean, either way, you should count something as practice, like, because otherwise you're just wasting 3 days doing nothing.
Yeah.
I spend all of the time orating to the people.
Sure. What test are you trying to earn?
Keep them for oratory difficult, I guess.
Difficult.
Sure.
Okay.
How much practice are we getting?
Right.
Here? Like, what's-
It's wow. I just remembered. It's based on will exponent, so it's your will times 4, I think. Let me check. It's whatever your will exponent is times something.
Oh, for practicing.
Yeah, for practice. That's the amount of time you can spend practicing per day. So it's 3 times your will exponent per day. And the most you can practice, no matter what, is 20 hours a day. So
I
Jared,
didn't know Will affected it like that. Okay.
yeah. So, Jared, you can spend 18 hours every day practicing, if you want to. But like that gives you like 6 hours to sleep, eat, poop, like everything else. So
one oratory role. And that would be
Sleep
more
is for the people with low will stat.
But again, like I don't think there's a single Jantos had like an actual stake involved there. I don't think there's any stakes involved for you making any sort of oratory role. Like you're just you know what I mean. Like unless you wanted to say like I make every single sailor on the ship be my undyingly loyal to me for the rest of my life or something. Like
Okay. That.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That better be pretty high. I'm a sailor on this ship.
Let's see. That's difficult. So, I mean, if you just want to do base oratory, the thing you need is actually only a 4, an ob 4, which actually could be just something as. I'm just trying to think of something with stakes involved, because if there's not stakes, then
It's not a good meal.
They're extremely disheartened and they all get -1 to their rolls.
no.
Everybody instantly
because-
dies of despair.
Because this is the thing, like either I just say yes, you do it, or there's something at stake. So you legitimately want to like try to oratory them into being your into being what? Like, yeah, what would be your intent here?
Undying loyalty.
Okay, well, let's just say at least like an ob 4 worth of that. So it's like, yeah, you get like, okay, so you failed.
That's sad.
So you can mark that difficult test, but yeah. So I think what happens then is like over the course of the 3 days, you're orating to the sailors, and you're trying to basically like woo them into being like. But okay, so I'm just trying to think of the sailors like positions on the ship, right? Are like they're paid by you ultimately, but like they answer to Cadmail, and they also answer to the captain of the ship. So I'm trying to think of like how are you trying to circumvent that authority? Like, what are you trying to specifically do there?
I just wanted to think I'm a pretty cool guy.
But again, like that is already the case. Like you don't even have to make a roll for that.
Darn.
I just say yes to that. They already think you're a pretty cool guy.
Fine, whatever. I'll get rid of the difficult check.
Okay.
It's fine. Like spilt milk, you know.
But this is the thing. Like count because practice matters once you build up enough of it. Especially with these characters, because they're going to be like going on a ship constantly, and they'll have plenty of free time. You wanna mark that practice stuff. So if you're just practicing oratory, for a difficult test, that's 4 hours a day, and you have to do that for 1 month. So if you want to just say, all right, for the next month while I'm on this ship, whenever I have free time, I'm going to be practicing oratory 4 hours a day, then we can just say that and just mark time. I think you could more or less do that basically every day if you wanted to, unless there's like a whole bunch of craziness happening in one day. So let's just, I'll just write it in your practice log right now. You have 3 days towards oratory difficult.
So what's the time to challenge ratio?
There's a box called handouts in the right side. Practice 1 is what you're looking at.
If that's only 4 hours, I could probably do a challenging one every day too.
So right. Yeah, if you want to do that instead.
I can do both, right?
No, you can't practice the same skill for different tests in the same day.
Oh. Okay, then I'll do haggling as well, because that should just be 4 hours too, right?
Yeah, yep,
Okay, just those two.
sure. So who are you haggling with? Cadmail?
Sure.
Wait, what? Why are you haggling with me?
Practice.
Or maybe just everyone, right? Like you just go around
Yeah.
like trying to bargain with people. It's like, hey, I'll give you 1 copper piece for that hat.
Basically.
Okay.
Dude, this guy's weird.
So that's 8 hours of your day spent doing that, which is more or less good. Like I feel like Avion specifically would probably only spend 8 hours doing that, and then would just spend the rest of the day lounging about and sleeping and eating. All right, anyone else?
Can you do this on your skills? Or your attributes? Like stuff?
Right, your stats? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Practice 2 is what is that handout.
Oh, gotcha. So 3 hours or your will per day hours then?
Yeah.
That's what we're doing. And we got 3 days.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And the cycle means, like how long you have to do that before you get that test.
Wait, what? What's the cycle?
It's how long you have to do that before you get that test.
How long you have to do what before?
How long you have to do practice that attribute, stat or attribute, per day before you get that test. So for will, like that's 8 hours every day for a year. Not every day, but like 8 hours of days that equal a year before you earn that test.
8 hours per day.
So basically, you have to spend 365 days, or at least Garrett calendar is a little shorter than that, but that amount of days, each have to have you had to have spent at least 8 hours every day on those number of days to earn that test. So basically, how you would want to like mark it in your practice log, which is next to your Eartha and Epiphany's slot. There is just say like 3 days towards, difficult test for will, 8 hours or something like that. Just specify that. And then anytime you spend 8 hours per day practicing will, you can count another day towards that year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's long, but again, like these are gonna accumulate over the whole time, because Burning Wheel is meant to be a very long-term game.
Okay. Wait, so what are we even doing here then? Because none of these are going to get us anywhere close to...
They won't now, but you don't want to just spend your days doing nothing unless you don't care, I guess. But like eventually those will all add up to something. It's not necessarily like, unless you're really super on will, I wouldn't recommend like practicing will every day, because again, that takes a really long time. It's a lot easier to get that test in a moment of extreme willpower or something than for you to keep practicing it constantly every day for a year. So yeah, I just recommend doing something with a shorter cycle.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. This just seems tedious then. And all right. I mean, so apparently I can only do 3 hours a day. So
3 hours a day? No, it's 3 times your will.
I thought it was will per day,
No, it's will times 3 per day.
because then we had 3 days. Oh, okay.
Yes. But that's the amount. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the amount of hours per day that you can spend. Sorry, that's what I meant. So you have 9 hours per day of those 3 days that you could spend practicing something.
Gotcha. um. Seafaring socialism month.
Socialism?
Socialism? Yeah.
That's what I heard you say.
I guess I will do... Stealthy? I don't know. I guess whatever.
You just sneak around the ship for...
Well, I'm trying to think of something that could be finished before the end of the voyage. Let's see. Challenging is 8 hours on martial. Academic. Academic takes 6 months.
But yeah, I mean, just go ahead and
Commercial
keep.
is 1 month.
Yeah, keep thinking about that. Let's just go ahead and plow onward here. As you're thinking about
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that's what I mean.
Just know you have 3 days of time that you can mark for practice. So, after the end of that 3 days, you around the bend of that point, and you come close to the waters that the Smuggler's Cove is said to be. Cadmail, what are you like doing as you're like kind of preparing for going into the Smuggler's Cove and like getting the stuff? Like what are the preparations? Like who's gonna go in? How are you gonna get it out? Like what's the plan? Also, like what is the Smuggler's Cove? Like tell me more about it. Like what do you think it would be and how you'd get in and all that stuff? How is it hidden?
Wait, so we're there?
Yep. You're now entering the waters like and nearby the Smuggler's Cove, so it's somewhere along the shoreline in the next couple miles. Um,
Um, I don't know. What's the what are the islands like around here? What's the terrain?
I mean, it's tropical. It's jungle, tropical. Think, think South America, basically.
Okay. Let's say it's a network of caves hidden in the cliffs.
Okay.
And there's a path through the water to through the cliffs to get there.
Okay, so it's like some sort of like cove canyon thing that like goes in, and there's a bunch of cliffs on either side, and you kind of have to navigate your way. All right. Let's see. I don't actually know if I have anyone in the crew who actually has like navigation or anything.
That's
The captain.
Well, no, the captain, because again, like the captain doesn't do the navigating. There would be actually legitimately be a navigator. I just haven't made him.
Well, this wouldn't be navigation. This would be technical. Like, can you turn the boat
Right.
sharp
And
enough?
yeah, that's not. Yeah, sorry, I was using the wrong words. Let me look here and see what. Yeah, it would be pilot. It would be a pilot role.
Pilot. Okay.
Yeah. So, but again, the captain is not the pilot. He doesn't have any pilot skill. So there's someone else that he trusts to do that. He's like like the first mate or whatever is the pilot. And she is going to make a roll.
Isn't the captain generally the one at the wheel?
Not actually usually. If when you look at from everything that I've heard, usually it's actually not the captain themselves who does the steering of the ship. The captain is more like the administrator, the guy who's in charge, tells people what to do, kind of thing. All right, let's make a roll. Do you want to help this roll? Does anyone want to help this roll with any other stuff? I think, the captain and the crew members all kind of pitch in with their stuff.
I could help with observation.
Okay.
Just keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
I'll use falconry.
Or rather, pterodactylery.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could legitimately do. How are you doing that? Like what? Just having
it scout and then peck out what it saw in Morse code.
Okay, well, that's not how that works.
Are you sure?
I am pretty dang sure. Let's see, falconry. Spotting or signaling is up 2, so they could signal somehow. Problem is, I don't think the pterodactyl would be able to, like... He's not trained to go find the places that someone should navigate through. Like, he's trained to either, like, deliver a message, spot game, those kinds of things. So I don't think, actually, you would be able to help if that's what you're trying to do.
You could just be encouraging
That's true. You can make an oratory roll, right?
with your oratory.
Like, I don't think that would be a fork, but I think you can make a links test, right, to inspire the crew and maybe get a dice. I mean, yeah. I mean, it would be against their will, right? Like, which is 3, so the common will factor. So yeah, that succeeds. You can get they'll give 1 modifier dice to this. So Cadmail's helping with his observation. Then I think I'll add, let's see, 1 for the observation, 1 for Avion's oratory, 1 for the captain's seamanship, another 1 for the general crew's seamanship, and then I think I will give actually 1 more because Cadmail knows the area and probably has charts, right? Like,
yeah.
So that's just a general like advantage. So let's go ahead and make this roll here. I think it's gonna be relatively difficult, and I think the intent here is to navigate into the cove safely. And technically, I probably will let it ride unless the situation changes drastically. I'll just let it ride to getting out as well. But let's.
Okay.
So this is the roll. Oh no. Oh no. Not a single 6. Not a single 6.
Oh no.
Wow.
It's like a honor level roll. Jeez.
Okay, well, apparently the ship
Wait,
gets
it was
stuck.
routine?
It was routine because she was rolling 9 dice. It doesn't
Really?
it doesn't count for you though. Cadmail, it's whatever you have your observation exponent. It's whatever that would be as if you're rolling against an obstacle 4. So if you want to, you can just roll an observation real quick just to see what that test would be against an ob 4.
Oh, well, that would be 1 less because I get 5 off.
So it's routine then. Yeah, so it's routine.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well then.
Yeah, so I mean the ship gets stuck, right? Like I don't think like you crash into anything or
Yeah, nothing would be going that fast.
Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't like nothing like the hole doesn't rip open or anything like that. It's just you simply just get
The
stuck.
ship just explodes. We all die.
You get stuck halfway into the cove, right? Like you get kind of like washed up against like a reef or whatever, and you just can't get out.
Dang.
So I don't know what you guys want to do. That was a roll that probably should have succeeded, but
See, none of us are actually sailors, though, so
I
We
used to
don't
be,
have-
but can't do it anymore. So
right.
I'm just like, this is what happens when I don't handle everything directly.
So I think what we'll actually say, since the stakes for you guys, like you don't have any, yeah, again, you have any seamanship skills, like there's not a whole lot you could do in this situation, and so I think what we'll just say is
I
that
have knives.
cut at the sand until it like. I think what we'll do is the captain comes up to you, Cadmail. His name is Leorgios, and he says, Mr. Rossos, it looks like the ship is run aground. It's going to take us a bit to get it out, but I believe we can get it out in no time. And by no time I mean 4 hours. How would you like to proceed? I'm having my crew get on it right away. They're digging us out. We should be able to pull out of the reef and then go into the cove after we get all that figured out. But looks like we're a little off schedule.
One sec. Um, whatever you need to do, Captain, to get her out. I mean, 4 hours isn't that long in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, it's true.
You just need to get very safely.
Yes. Did you want to maybe? Again, I don't know exactly the goods that we're picking up here, but do you maybe want to send a few rowboats in and try to get the goods into the rowboats and come back? Do you think that will work? Do we have to go all the way into the cove?
Probably not. No. Yes. We should probably send rowboats at a certain time. When I was here before, we normally sent them a little further on here. Didn't go quite as far with the rowboats, but we could send a party in now.
All right. That sounds like a good plan then. I'll crack the whip as it may to get the crew working faster. I am a little nervous though. These cliffs. We're kind of in a bad spot right now. It's pretty easy to be ambushed in this narrow pass here. Do you know if any of the smugglers are still about? You sure it's been abandoned?
I mean, I think so as far as my records go.
It's very reassuring, Mr. Rossos.
Human
Do I
are
need to
technically
make
games,
a,
right? My pterodactyl can see them.
Yeah, you can make a falconry roll to go check. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we have Avion keeping an eye on the sky, so
What's the
we'll have some prior warning. But according to my prior research here, no one's used this cove for at least a couple of years.
You don't see anyone offhand, Avion, so that your pterodactyl doesn't come back with anything. Like, there's no people waiting on the cliffs right now to ambush you. But I'm just gonna let that roll ride for the rest of the whole thing. So you'll be alerted if something does happen. So your pterodactyl will circle ominously or something, So yeah, so that looks like it's gonna go. So who's gonna go in the rowboats?
Connor. The lame guy.
Connor's not here yet. Remember?
Oh, he isn't?
Nope, he's not on the ship.
Oh, I thought he was.
Sorry, I should have specified that. We figured this all out after the stream last week. Yeah, he's not going to be anyone on the ship. You're going to meet him in the Smuggler's Cove. So.
Oh, so there are people here. Thanks.
But you don't see anyone yet.
So we bring lots of weapons out of.
Is he just the random hobo that's sitting on top of all the gold, like a dragon?
Okay, so the specific reason, why we know exactly why his character is here and what transpired. It's directly tied in with the whole smugglers abandoning the place thing. So we have that all figured out. But so yeah, who's going on the rowboats?
I will come because
that makes sense. What were you saying, Connor?
I think this would be a perfect opportunity for Adam to go on the rowboat and be all heroic like.
Ah, man, it totally would. That's a bummer. I think what happens is maybe Susuo says, "Oh, no, stay here with me," and then they go off into a corner somewhere and start kissing. He's just gonna be spending his time with Susuo. So, Talaya is just gonna go wherever Avion goes. So, Avion, are you gonna stay on the ship to keep an eye with the pterodactyls, or do you have someone you could delegate with that? What are you thinking?
I vociferously say, "Of course I have to go, or else something will go amiss."
Right. I do. I'm assuming you're taking the mercenaries, or at least some of them, Cadvale.
Yes, yes.
Okay. How many? I think you have like 10. How many would you take?
With
42.
only 10 mercenaries.
How many do you think
Or
you'd
10 people
you'd
that we can
hire?
fit on the boat. I mean, I thought we
Yeah, 10
well,
mercenaries is what I'm saying. Um,
how
but
how big is the ship?
um, good
Or how many people
question.
total?
I know what it. I know what kind of ship it is. I don't remember. It is. I think it's a carrot. Let me look. Yeah, a carrack. It's a large merchant ship of a kind operating in European waters from the 14th to the 17th century. So it's. Let's see how big it is. What does it have a crew of? What in the world? It doesn't tell me how big it is. So it looks like it's 3-masted. All right, so it's like the normal like Pirates of the Caribbean ship you'd be familiar with. So like I don't know, maybe a crew, maybe like the total number of people on the ship is like 35 or something. So it's
Wait, the
not.
total number is only 35.
Yeah, it's a smaller, like it's not like because again you don't have like slaves or like passengers or anything. This is a merchant vessel. Like you're supposed to be carrying a bunch of goods, and so that's what most of the space is going towards. So you don't have that many
True.
people.
Okay.
So it's 35.
Yeah, then about 10 to 12 or
So,
so.
so 10 people that are coming with. Because I'm assuming you wouldn't necessarily just take the mercenaries to like lift goods or whatever. You probably have some of the like the sailors come to do
No, yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
So like how many mercenaries are you thinking? Like 5 mercenaries and 5 sailors?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good.
All right. So Gen is among those mercenaries that comes with you. And the leader of the little band, I don't know the name of, but he's like a snooty looking guy with a goatee, and black hair. Actually, he's a Serrano. So you do that. You get all those people together. You go towards the cove. So no one else is coming. It's just Cadmail, Avion, and those people. And I guess Talia comes too because she said she was gonna go with Avion.
There'd be no reason for Jontos to go.
Yeah, and that's
He's
what I
kind of
figured. Yeah,
not physically able to go.
yeah, I mean it's true. Yeah, so you go ahead and go into the cove. I think Cadmel, go ahead and make a observation test as you're going here, and anyone who would like to can help with that. Meaning Avion, I guess, because he's the only character there right now. I don't know if you have any skills that are applicable. Yeah, so Trevor, if you want to make an observation test for me.
Sure. Okay.
3.
3. All right. Oh no, I lost it. There it is. So no help.
Yeah. All right,
Oh my
so
God,
you don't notice anything.
someone help me.
Can I add my falconry to his thing?
you didn't say it. And also, yeah, your pterodactyl's being taken up doing something else. So, um, yeah. So you reach the cove. Nothing seems amiss, and you just start. You enter the cove. Who's entering? Like you have the mercenaries enter. Like how on edge are you in this situation? Like.
I mean, I'm paranoid by nature,
That's true.
so I will
That's
be.
very true. Avion, how paranoid are you?
I'm just bravely walking forward
Okay.
with my wife.
Yeah,
You,
Talia's.
sir,
Yeah,
are
Talia's
going to get
paranoid.
us killed.
So, Connor, how do you think? Where do you think winter would be, in this cove?
Nowhere. It's the tropics.
That's what I was gonna say, but
No.
everybody else is dead, correct?
Yeah.
So, looking around.
Okay. So I mean, yeah, like Avion and Cadmail and Talia and Gen and all the rest. You're walking in. Avion's kind of like, yeah, towards the front. Talia's nervously by his side, like trying to stay in front of him just a little bit to be able to protect him if anything goes south. And yeah, Gen and the other mercenaries are like by you, Cadmail, like protecting you and the sailors just in case. They have their swords out. And you're walking in. You see, I'm really thinking this a lot like Pirates of the Caribbean in the first movie, like that's those caves that all the treasure was hidden in, like the cursed treasure or whatever. So think like the pocketed caves, and some of it's like a little underwater, but there's like maybe like a rope bridge or two that like goes across some of these like pools. And yeah, you see like the remnants of a smuggling operation. You see a lot of like, again, like abandoned crates and barrels. You see little like some living quarters and some like dead campfires where people were chilling out and sleeping and stuff. Some bedrolls that were like left there. Real quick, Connor, are there bodies? Are there bodies
Yes.
around? Okay. And then once you get closer or further in, you start to notice that there are dead people, dead smugglers.
I see dead people.
Yeah, dead smugglers. They're
No tales.
I don't think. Actually, Connor, go ahead and describe for us what the dead bodies look like. Like where are they? Like how many are there? What's the condition of the bodies? What's going on?
What happened to them again? I don't remember.
That's what I'm wondering.
What was the Smuggler's Cove doing here? What was it?
They're smuggling things.
Well,
It was essentially just a storage, I'm assuming, or
Yeah.
kind of a swap, black market storage slash swap
Basically, it's a place where people
for
can
items.
hide smuggled goods, so they don't have to pay like import and export tax tariffs and stuff like that, and so they can like sell it wholesale to people who want to purchase the goods. So yeah. But the smugglers who were running this operation abandoned it, or as it now appears, all died.
Fun.
What is the array of their death? I'm just wondering how bloody this is.
Wait, is it like recent, or are they?
And that's what I'm wondering. Like I don't
running
know.
Away and...
I really don't know.
I don't either. What did we make up? I don't remember.
We made up that the demon went crazy and killed everybody.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. I mean,
I was hoping I wouldn't just have to say that.
Okay,
forgot.
Connor, we're leaving you here. Sorry.
I mean, they're messed up. But no, they're not necessarily they're all killed like efficiently. It's not bloody. It's as if
So like their necks are snapped or like stuff like that.
yeah,
Okay. Where
very
like
little of it is bloody. It's very efficient,
okay.
and most of it.
Also, you have to remember, like this
It
has
seems like
been
they didn't know.
it's been a little while.
Seems like
Right. It's been a
Okay.
little while, because I mean, Catabel had to have gotten wind of this, right? Like, and then
Yeah.
been able to put all this together. So it's been like at least maybe a month. So these like what's the remnants? The remnants of these bodies are like I think
gross.
like the bones are broken and all that stuff. But like mostly decomposed at this point. But again, like yeah, they I think like how you get the efficiency across is like yeah, all the bones are like stacked in a pile, like nice and neat.
Yeah. No, that's just weird. No, they're all
Separated bone by
all,
bone.
like in chairs and like
Oh,
in their
okay.
beds, stuff like that. That's what I meant.
So you just let them rot in the places that.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Okay, I mean, make a health test.
What?
Yeah, make a health test for Winter, having stayed here for that long
okay.
with the rotting corpses.
Well, I mean, he's
Because he
lame
has
and stuff, so
What'd you say, Trevor?
self. Sorry,
doesn't
go
he
ahead.
already have like diseases and stuff?
He does, yeah, but this might give him another disease. Connor, the ob is 3.
He doesn't have 1 health, right?
No, did I not fill that in?
No, he does not.
Is this for Winter, correct?
Yes.
I believe his health is. Let me check. I believe it's 4 or 5.
I remember it being 5, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah, because I'm getting the 2 character sheets kind of confused in my head right now. So, let's see. It's your health is 4, and your steel is 5.
Okay.
So yeah, go ahead and make ob 3 health test.
There we go.
And remember what you can do with corruption, right? Like, you can spend. Okay. Oh, you got a 6, so you can reroll that 6 with a fate point.
I don't have any fate points, so do I?
Yeah, you have 3. Everybody starts with 3. And actually, I think I also learned about call on traits, so you can also lobby to have an extra dice because of fall or maybe not extra dice, but like what is it? Maybe it's an extra dice. I can't remember. Either way, you failed.
What can I do with corruption again?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Corruption. You can spend a fate point. You can. They may then help any stat or skill test. So 1 dice, or no, 2 dice for you because you have exponent 5. You want to just spend another fate point and do that? Okay, so with the power of your corruption, you've done that. So, but again, that's I believe that counts for advancing. Let's see.
Wait, really? Already?
No, never mind. It's only when it replaces. It's only when it replaces something. So.
Okay.
What's an exponent 5?
That's the like. You have an exponent 5 observation. That's what that means.
Oh,
It just means the base
okay.
skill.
It steals the 5th power.
So the skill level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is it called an exponent?
I'm actually not sure. They explained it in the book. I just don't remember off the top of my head. Yeah. So basically, Winter, through the power of the demon that's inside of you, managed to not be sick while he's in here with rotting corpses. This guy is really creepy already.
Very impressive feat. How do you say so myself?
So, Winter, how do you introduce yourself to these people, or do you not introduce yourself yet? Like, do you not notice them? Because I mean, I think they're more or less being loud-ish. Like, I don't think they're trying to like be stealthy.
So they've all been dead for a month.
Yeah.
All right, I changed what I'm doing then. I am cooking fish on a fire.
Okay.
It'll be cooking time.
It's Gollum. Except he cooks his fish.
Okay. So yeah, he's like roasting a little fish over the fire here. Describe for us. So you see like you like turn a corner and you see this guy just like roasting fish. So again, the bodies are like decomposed. It looks like they've been there for a while. So it's not like a grisly murder scene. Rather, it's just like, oh, these people have been dead for a while. Winter, what do you look like?
Like Antarius.
Like Cantarius, so a younger version of Cantarius.
With mixed genes of a female that is yet to be decided.
Right.
So
So
a younger version of old and creepy. Got it.
a younger version of this guy. Do you have the same like intense blue eyes?
No,
Okay. What do your eyes look like?
they're dull and narrow.
Okay. So that's what you see. You see that guy. What are you wearing? What would your clothes look like?
Average merchant-esque clothes.
Okay. So
How long have you been living here? Would they be all torn up and gross, or?
No, they're okay.
I think another part of the demon stuff.
They're
Yeah.
not pristine. They're not pristine, but they're okay.
So he's trying to keep take care of him. Yeah. So you see that guy cooking a fish.
All right.
Avion, do you want to like just introduce yourself boldly?
I was like, hello there, sir.
Do I recognize him at all?
No, you do not.
I don't. Okay.
Right, Connor? Like Cadmail wouldn't
So
have seen
he's
you before,
the one I
right?
work
Yeah.
with. Okay,
So
so
I turn him-
Avion. Yeah. Never mind. Go ahead.
I look wide-eyed and I say, "Oh my goodness! You have no idea how long I've been waiting here for somebody to come and save me." And I run over and I
I've got a bridge to sell you.
in my hand and I say, "Want some?"
No thanks.
No, please take it. And offering.
Yeah, and I think Talia like steps in front of you, Winter, and she just like kind of puts a hand out like, "Hey, whoa, stay back."
I shrug, and then take a step back.
I guess I would nervously introduce myself and then ask, I'd probably ask who you work, wait, like, why are you here? What, how come you're the only one here then?
They all died.
What happened? What happened to all these people?
I was exploring, and I looking for some ancient artifact that was said to be on this island. I thought it would. I can maybe make it into some sort of item. I'm a mender, you see. I make
A tinkerer would have been a better. Yeah.
I'm a tinker, and I heard of this amazing artifact, and I thought I could perhaps tinker with it and make it into something even better. He says that in more of a cultural way, let's say.
Right.
But when I came back and they were all dead, just like this. I didn't move any of the bodies. I was too afraid to touch anything.
So
I don't know what killed them.
I mean, right away, Winter, roll a falsehood.
Oh. Yeah.
wait, does he know that he killed them though, or is it, or when he goes demon, does he
Okay,
not?
fair enough. Well, yeah, what do you think,
No.
Connor? Do you know?
Would he actually be lying there? Or?
I mean,
I think you know.
I'm fairly certain that he assumes,
Right.
but he doesn't know for sure.
But yeah, still roll falsehood, I think.
Does Winter roll the falsehood?
Winter can roll the falsehood unless you want Eurus to take control. Because this is the thing. Anytime you can make Eurus take control, it's just things get worse.
Define worse.
I mean, Eurus is in control.
Oh, well. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think you're assuming the... Well, I won't say that out loud. It's the more mystery we can keep into this, the better.
Yeah.
So... I'm going to fork in ambition-wise.
Okay. So Eurus is rolling this?
Yes.
Ambition-wise?
And
Yep.
soothing platitude.
Okay.
Wait, how? What is ambition-wise?
He has... Basically, it's like he has plans.
Yeah.
And this is all part of his plans, and he's working towards his ambitions.
Okay.
Considering I had a month to plan this plan, it's not a far-fetched theory.
What is everybody's will?
Wouldn't those be beliefs? That kind of sounds like a cheese skill to me. I don't know. That you could fork into anything because you want it to happen.
Yeah, now that I'm actually thinking about it, Connor, ambition-wise might actually be useful if someone else has ambitions, but not necessarily
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Now that I'm really thinking about it.
Well, okay, read
Like,
the
you
description.
Because, okay,
determine
okay, this is the
some levels
description of
everything.
any wise. You know about ambitions.
Oh, well. What the crap does that mean?
It means that if someone else is an ambitious person, then you can usually probably like gain like anything related. Yeah, I think it's more like anything related to ambitious people or ambitions as a concept. Not just you have an ambition here, and so you get an extra dice. And as with everything, you have to lobby for forks. Like you can't just say, "Oh, I'm gonna fork this in," unless it's like really obvious. Like maybe you could make an argument, "Oh, this is why I'm forking in ambition wise," but like. Especially because most wises just you have to be specific about why you're using them and like what they're doing. Yeah, and I don't think, especially now, because you have no like, if later in the game like you had a very specific ambition that you were working towards, and like there was a perfect situation where like there's a perfect situation where having that ambition would legitimately help you with a dice in this situation, but I don't think this is the time.
What? I literally spent a month planning exactly what I would say and do in this situation.
I mean, okay, yeah. If you can defend it, go ahead. But I think, yeah, it might fit in this situation.
Yeah.
If he's been here for a year and really
Right.
wants to get off and has been rehearsing
Sure.
it.
Okay,
But-
that makes sense.
I'm an ambitious person. It's basically
Got
what
it.
skill is. Okay, so
So yeah, that's against will. So anyone who has a will of 4 or lower, because he also has a call-in trait for falsehood, so even if it's a tie, then you basically just believe his lies. So Avion, you don't.
all right, I can use
Cadmel
fate
believes.
points.
Wait, it's against will and not observation.
Oh, right. It is actually an observation test. Right. I forgot. Yeah. Falsehood is not against base will. So make an observation test, everybody. So I'll have Talia do that. I always mix those up.
Well, it's not worth me rolling because I have none.
Okay, so you just automatically believe it. You're just saying. Okay, Talia believes him.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if Gen believes him.
So what's it against? 4 then?
Base op 4, yeah, which will double the 8 if you don't have the skill, but for you it's just 4.
No way. Oh, that was you. I thought yours was the 0 successes, Trevor.
So you have a fate. You have a
No,
fate there
I
that you
got
could
2.
spend. You have a fate there that you could spend, but you'd have to get a 6 and another success. So that'd be kind of.
Oh, I do.
Yep.
Oh yeah. No, that's okay.
Okay. So again, like I can't control your
Probably
character's.
believe them anyway.
Yeah, I can't control your character's like legitimate beliefs, but the lie is convincing. Like you have no reason to be suspicious of this person or his story. So yeah, Winter, how does it like? Yeah, how do you keep going?
Okay.
Everybody seems to kind of like relax.
Obviously, response. Oh, okay. I say, can you please take me off this place? I swear there are ghosts here. Something here is
Something here is haunted.
haunting me.
That's definitely not a lie.
It's probably just because I, have been here for a month alone.
Oh, also, Connor, by the way, because you forked in soothing platitudes, how are you using soothing platitudes? Like, how are you ingratiating yourself with these people?
It was me doing the fish thing. That's what that was at the beginning.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so you're like, I'll offer you fish. Yeah, like, okay. Sure.
And, I'm... What's the word? I mean, I'm, like... oh, guys, you need to save me kind of a thing. Like, you guys are saving me. Oh, thank you so much for, what would I do without you guys?
Sure.
That dinner, like, yeah.
All right, so yeah, how do you guys respond to that?
I mean, Cadmail would be super suspicious, but
Avion, do you just kind of like accept this person offhand?
Yeah, and I ate some of his fish.
Okay.
Good.
You die. No, I'm kidding.
so even though he believes him, he's still wary and would probably still argue against.
You guys taking it
Maybe,
with?
okay, we can take you and drop you off
Right.
nearby or something,
Right.
but
Fair.
watch him closely.
So do you say that to him, Cadmail?
Probably yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like so. First, I'm gonna ask him like, where were you from? Where were you a smuggler here? Did you work with anyone? Do I know what's the name of the group that I worked for? I guess I'd ask if you worked for them.
Oh, the smuggler.
And I do.
Smuggling circle.
I
that you work
remember the names.
Yeah.
I actually do work for these people.
Yeah. I'm not sure. If you have a good idea, you can make it up. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what these people would be called offhand.
Smuggler names.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up a guild name generator. Okay, the group is called yeah, it doesn't make sense. Trying to think of something that would be in the tropics. They're the raptors. That's what they are. They call themselves the raptors, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think there's like like a little like velociraptor like claw like kind of etched in bad form on the cave wall. Yeah. So
Cool. Sounds good.
Winter, you said
Yeah,
you worked for
okay.
them. So how does that line up for your story? Like, what you worked for them before this happened? Like what? Because I mean, you said that you came here to find an artifact of some sort, and then
I did.
and the smugglers were here, and you were working with them, and then you left one day and then came back and they were dead. Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Cool. Yes. Well, I suppose we can't just leave you here.
I can just see like the extreme disappointment on Cadmill's face. He's just like, well, I suppose I can't be a complete jerk. That's great.
But we can offer you passage to the next port if you would like.
So thank you so very much. Now be on guard when you're here. There's some very eerie things roam these caves.
And
Things
then
I can't explain.
at that moment you
All
hear
the dead bodies everywhere, kind of.
Yeah. Do you say that? Do you say that, Cadmail?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at that moment, like once you say that, you hear like just like some undiscernible sound that you can't really place your finger on, but it's just echoing through the cave. And Cadmel, you remember that like the caves just echo weirdly a lot, and you're usually you would be used to it, but like for some reason, just because of the way Winter said that, like oh, there's been weird things happening, it just like sends it like a shiver down your spine a little bit, like in a way that it wouldn't normally, because you should be used to that sound, but. Okay, so you just like gather up the goods and stuff and
Yep.
head back.
Get to work there.
Okay. I think while you guys are working and like getting this stuff, you Cadmail, you start hearing like in one of the really far caves as you're like just continue like to explore the cave complex and find all the goods that were left there. You start hearing this screeching. Make an observation roll for me. Ob 2.
Nice go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It is a velociraptor actually. And you come to your mind that right, like you dealt in some illegal animal smuggling. And yeah, there's one or more velociraptors in some cage back here, probably.
And they're still alive. Have
Sounds
you been
like it.
feeding them, Winter?
Mm-mm. You've just been eating the bodies, probably.
No, they're in cages.
Hmm.
I was assuming that you were feeding them, Winter, or at least Eurus was,
Oh, okay. Well,
because I mean you had dead bodies. Could just throw them in there.
yeah. I say that. I say I legitimately just I fed them the dead bodies.
Okay.
They were dead, and and the velociraptors were alive, and they spent so much time and effort, getting these things. I figured that's what they would want to do. They always said that they would, lose these things over their own dead bodies. So.
And I think I think Gen laughs when you say that.
Who's Gen?
John Toast's brother.
Mm.
He laughs and he's like, "I like you," and then he's like, "What? What was your name? I don't think we ever caught that."
I never said it, sir. Winter's the name. I'm like 19, by the way. In case that was not known.
Yeah, so Gen comes up to you and kind of like offers his hand. And he's like, "Nice to see you," or "Nice to meet you, Gen." Or "Nice to meet you, Winter." Oh my goodness, my brain is not working right now.
Person. Random character.
Ditto.
I love you too, random citizen.
Ditto. Pleased to meet you.
Cool. All right. What are you gonna do with
So
the?
what are you guys doing here?
Oh right. Okay. Go ahead.
Um,
I mean, yeah. Gen looks to you to answer that, Cadmail.
well, I used to be a smuggler, worked in this cove for a couple years, and noticed that nobody was using the place anymore, but they had left all this stuff behind, so we came back to get it.
Well, take it. I have no use for any of it.
I mean, I wouldn't think so, being stranded on an island, but yeah.
Well, I'm a merchant. You'd think
You
I'd
are a
want to keep it.
merchant.
You'd think that if I spent this much time staring at it, that when I finally got off, I want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do with the velociraptors? Like, are you gonna try to take them with, or?
Heck yeah. I mean, yeah.
It would okay.
Avion?
Just being honest, like it would probably fetch a really high price in Lucerta because there's like a gladiator like arena there that they would absolutely love to have some velociraptors. There's 2 velociraptors. They'd actually
I mean,
love
who
to
wouldn't
have
love
some velociraptors in the arena.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, probably then.
Yeah. So Avion, how are you like responding to everything that's happening? Like, what is Avion doing?
Probably inspecting like all the merchandise and whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
just going over everything, taking mental stock. And I'm totally on board for the Velociraptor.
Yeah, I bet. Talia definitely isn't, but she defers to both of your judgments. And Gen also kind of like makes a joke about like like you're on your own if that thing gets loose, like kind of joking, like obviously because it's his job, but like he doesn't want to have to deal with it. So yeah, I mean, unless there's anything more like pressing that's gonna happen while you're putting this, gathering it all up in the rowboats, we just kind of do that. Let's go ahead and just take our first break there because we're due for one, and then we'll come back and go back to the boat and continue on the voyage. So stick around. We have more boarding wheel to come right after this. Right after these messages.
Woot.